I'm Ty Comer, editor of Billboard.com. Thank you for joining us for another live Q&A here in New York. And today we are super psyched to be joined by Shannon, Jared, and Tomo of 30 Seconds to Mars.
Thank you very much.
Hello,
Great to be
Ty.
here.
Super psyched.
Thank you very much.
And we
Pleasure.
are live. All these people
Hi.
around the world are watching right now.
The second.
I would love to know where everyone is and what they're looking at
Tell
this
us.
second. That would be really fun.
Well, that's great because people are tweeting right now and they're chatting online, and we've gotten a ton of great questions for you already. If you still haven't had a chance to do so, you still have time to get your question in. Go to Billboard and tweet us using hashtag BBMars, and perhaps I will grab your question and ask the guys here while I have them on the couch.
And obviously, the more interesting, the more titillating the question, the more likely that it will make it to the top of the pile and be asked.
It sounds like you've
Right.
done something like this before, Joe.
We have.
times.
Now, I mean, you can quiz us about things if you want, about pierogies, about specific streets and neighborhoods in Paris,
Yeah.
about our favorite food in Lithuania. We're ready for you, so
Yeah.
bring it on.
In fact, we actually
MF
have gotten
and O's.
some food questions, which we'll get to in a little bit
Here
later.
we go.
MF and O's.
But first, I kind of want to talk about this big week you're having and why you're here. So for those of you out there that don't know, and there might be one or two of you, it's been 2 years ago to the week that your third album, This Is War, came out, and you have been on the road nonstop. So much so that on Wednesday night, you're playing a show at Hammerstein Ballroom, which is going to be your 300th show from this album cycle, which is going to put you in the Guinness Book of World Records, which is insane.
We are breaking the Guinness World Records for the most amount of shows ever played for an album cycle, and it's pretty incredible. I think had we known we were going to play this many shows in the beginning, we probably would have just imploded. Not even exploded.
It would have been a
Imploded.
daunting realization.
It's been over 2 years on the road. It's been actually far over 300 shows, but there are specific requirements, and some of these shows didn't make those. And I think for us, the Guinness World Records element was something fun to do. We don't take it too serious, but it is really nice to kind of mark the passage of time, to have an opportunity to look at each other and to everyone out there, to the Echelon, and say, thank you and wow and how incredible this has been, and just to acknowledge and share our gratitude. It's really humbling when you look back on 2 years, over 2 years of your life that you've spent. We all have a very limited time on this strange little planet, and we've spent over 2.5 or 2 years and 2 years and 2 months.
2 years and 2 months, yeah.
But who's counting?
14
Doing this.
days and 7 hours and 13 minutes.
I don't think we ever imagined that we would be able to do this. It's been incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be a great event because not only are there going to be like a few thousand lucky people who get to actually watch it at Hammerstein Ballroom, but you're also going to be live streaming the show on Ustream. Tell us a little bit about what the fans at home are.
We're doing something that hasn't quite been done before. It's called Vert, VYRT. There's a website, vert.net, that you can go and purchase digital tickets to have this virtual social experience with us as we're playing the show live from New York. You can share it with friends and family and watch not really just a live stream, but something quite different. This isn't your grandmother's live stream. This isn't, an experience in keeping your patience and watching a buffering signal flash again and again and again. And it's exciting to do something that's different. So the Mars 300 show is the guinea pig show. We hope that a lot of people out there watching come and join us. You can still buy tickets, although the tickets are Vert is going to close, I believe, in less than 24 hours. But as artists, we talk about this a lot. It's that space where art and technology meet is a really interesting and inspiring place to be, and I think it's important that artists are in that crossroad, not just businessmen experts in technology.
Mm-hmm.
So Vert is an experiment, a worthy one. We hope that people come and join us and this unforgettable night. It is going to be pure magic.
Cool. And that is Wednesday, December 7th, 6 p.m., I believe, that the stream gets started.
Yeah.
And lots of great things in store, so be sure to tune in. Let's talk about the tour in general, because as you said, you didn't start off thinking that you were going to break any sort of record or even get to like 300 shows. But here you are. How has the tour evolved over time in the 2 years that you've been on the road?
Tomo?
Man, I mean, how has it evolved? It started on November 15th in Milan, Italy. 2009. It's ending in New York. I mean,
It was before Tomo actually had pubic hair.
Or gray hairs in my beard.
Yeah.
For that matter.
He had a crew cut.
Crew cut, straight out of the military.
He really did.
But I mean, it's evolved. I mean, we've played so many places. We've played every continent on Earth except for Antarctica since then, which is kind of interesting.
And just no interest in Antarctica, or what was the deal?
Well,
The Penguins were on strike, actually. And,
it's
They
hard to
help
get
us
good
load
help
in,
down
load
there.
out, so
Right,
our
right.
crew can't do it all. So.
Cool. And a lot of people have asked, I'll get to the Twitter questions in 1 second, just hold tight, but a lot of people have asked about the unreleased songs that you've been playing on the tour, and it leads them to think that there could be something new in the works. So are you at the point where you've started thinking about new material and a new album, or are you just like, let's just get this show and get off the road and catch our breath for a bit?
Well, we've really committed to just staying focused on the here now, on the shows that are in front of us, enjoying the moment, giving it everything that we've got. The incredible thing about being on the road for over 2 years is that the shows are getting better and better and better all the time. I wouldn't mind really going for a third year, but I think Tomo and Shannon
No way, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
this.
Let's do it right now.
Let's
just
do this.
announced the whole
Let's
one
do
more
it.
year.
600 shows in 3 years.
Yeah.
603, you got it.
So it's there's a lot of creativity that's happened on the road. We've had a really exciting and inspirational journey, and I think that we all feel really optimistic about the future.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we feel really charged up. And whatever the future holds, it's going to be something exciting, unique, and very different.
Cool.
So I don't know yet what that really means, but that's what's on our mind.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there who are looking forward to the future with you guys, but we're here and we're now, so why don't we get to some of the Twitter questions and find out
That would
Let's
what
do it.
That
your
would be
fans
Uh-oh.
want to know.
Now it's going to get racy.
Now the fun gets started. We're going to start with The Bride on Mars, who asks, how does it feel when you make history with one of your visionary ideas?
Well, I think that we, as an idea maker, really we're just problem solvers. We're creative problem solvers most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I tend to take experience and to transform that into creative expression and share that with people around the world. That's a great deal of what I do. Other things that we do is organize creative chaos and share a vision with people as well. And that's really exciting for us because it's a conversation that we get to have with the most amazing community of people called the Echelon around the world. And I think it's a central and core element of what 30 Seconds to Mars is about. It's not really about songs. And I think just that perspective alone pushes us into a different area than most bands. The music is just one element.
Mm-hmm.
But creating ideas, making reality from dreams, that's a really exciting place to be, and a place that I always encourage everyone out there. If you've got dreams and ideas and goals, to make them reality.
Cool. This show in particular, like the 300th show, I mean, there's been such a big deal made about the Guinness Book of Records. And I know that like when I was growing up, it was this strange thing you'd always hear about, like, oh, the Guinness Book of Records, like the biggest, the best. Like, so now that you're gonna be a part of that pantheon, like, does it mean anything to you, or is it just sort of like a silly throwaway thing, or what?
Well, there are a couple of ways that we look at it. Number one, we don't take it too serious.
Mm-hmm.
We're not walking around with our chests, puffed out.
Right. Not gonna be wearing medals or anything like that.
No, we're not
for the
wearing
show.
medals. We're not being knighted. In some ways, it's kind of a silly thing to do, but in others, it's a really interesting and fun thing to do. It's a nice opportunity to mark this date and time, to look around and to say thank you to each other and to everyone out there who has made this possible. We can't play 300 shows alone. It's a testament to the will, the passion, and the dreams that we've all shared together.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's really wonderful about it, and lifts it up out of the realm of a medal wearing kind of silly event or experience. When you've done something like this, played around the world for 2 years, and then you're going to get break a record for playing this many shows, I think it's important because it acknowledges the work that was done. It acknowledges the dreams that you've shared with people, and it's a very humbling experience.
We have a question here from...
Did I sound presidential in that last response?
I would vote for you.
That's what I was going
For sure. I'm sorry for getting your handle wrong. This is the most fun part of doing these interviews. Jonas Javel, who wants to know...
Jonas
Javel. What is your biggest memory of this incredible journey? Might be hard to sort of narrow it down, but
it's definitely impossible to pick just one memory to cover this entire journey. But there's definitely some things that stand out. I mean, playing in Abu Dhabi is definitely a standout. Rock and Ring as a performance earlier in this tour, playing in front of 120,000 people in Germany. That was pretty remarkable.
Yes.
There are other things, too, like seeing the sunrise in Lebanon.
Yeah, I mean...
I was just thinking about the swim.
Swim
Oh, my God.
in Abu Dhabi?
When you got attacked by a shark, you mean?
Yeah.
In Lebanon?
In Ibiza?
Yeah, when I got attacked by the shark.
Wait,
what's
this?
That was crazy. Lebanon. Was it Lebanon? That's right. I thought
went
that was...
around the thing.
That's right. A shark came up and head butted him, nose butted.